Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Coding Exam. I'm actually on my third day of the solve challenge every morning challenge that I made for myself. And this time I will solve an easy challenge from Leetcode. Obviously I could solve more complicated one, but I thought I will start with more easy ones so more people that are getting into JavaScript can actually understand better what I'm doing, and then later on we'll solve some more complicated ones. So this one is called Palindrome Number, and it says determine whatever an integer is a palindrome. An integer is a palindrome when it is the same backward as forward. Follow up. Could you solve it without converting the integer to a string? So obviously if you were able to convert the integer to a string, you could very easily do the reverse and then check if they're equal, and then you would know it's a palindrome, but they don't want you to convert it to a string because they want to make it harder for you. And it gives some outputs. X equals 121. Output should be true because the palindrome it is the same from the front as it is from the back. Now it says if it's minus 121, then output is false because this turnaround would be line would be 121 line. So 121 line is not the same as line 121 or line meaning minus, right? So right off the bat we can see that every time when the number is negative we can just return false because it's never going to be a palindrome. And again a few more examples, right? So I will copy the starting function in Visual Studio Code. I will say also console log is palindrome of 121 because we're gonna check this after we make it, right? And what I want to say here, I want to basically copy the well, I can say let reverse. We want to make the reverse of the number. Well, first we can say at the beginning we can say if the number is negative then just return false, right? So we can say x is less than 0 and return false. This should work. I guess it's not working. We can just say if x is less than 0 return false, right? So basically if x is less than 0 it will return false because it's for sure never going to be a palindrome. And then what we want to do if this is not happening, we want to make the reverse of x and check it against x. So we will start the reverse from 0, reverse, let reverse equals 0, and then we will say while x is different than 0, well, different is like this. And if you don't know how to use the while loop in JavaScript, I have a video about it, so I will link it here. And we will say while x is different than 0, we're going to say reverse equals reverse multiplied by 10 plus, so basically what we're doing, we're starting from 0 here, and now reverse is 0, so we're multiplying by 10 every time, and then we're adding to it we want to add the last digit of x. So thinking that x is 121, we will say reverse equal 0 or 10 plus, and we want to get the last digit of from this number. And to get the last digit from this number, we can just say plus x modulo 10. When you say x modulo 10, it basically divides this number by 10, and it gives you the return, like the modulo is this is what you have left. You have like a reminder, right? You have like 121 divided by 10 is 12 with a reminder of 1, right? And then after you do this, you want to divide 121 by 10, forgetting whatever is after the comma, right? So you will just want to get 12. So you will say x equals x percent, because you just want to get the integral from that, percent of x divided by 10. So in the first step, you will say reverse equal while x is different than 0 and x is different than 0 now, we will say reverse, which is 0 or 10 plus 1, right? So then reverse will become 1 here, right? Then you will say also x will become 12, because we say x equal part int of x divided by 10. So then we will say we will check again if x is different than 0, and it is because it's 12, and then we will say reverse, which now is 1 or 10, so it's 10 plus x modulo 10. X is 12 now, so it will say it will get the 2, so reverse will become 12, and then 12 x equals 12 divided by 10 passed in, so we only remain with 1 here, and then is 1 different than 0? Yes, so reverse, which is 12, get reverse of 12, which is, reverse is 12, so we multiply that by 10 and we get 120, and we're doing x, which now is 1, and x modulo 10 is going to be still 1, so this will become 121, which is we just origin the reverse, and then this will become 0, because x will become percent of 1 divided by 10, which is 0, right? So once this is 0, when you say while x is different than 0, this will not be true anymore, because x will not be different than 0, so it will just go out of the loop. So let me change this back to 0, because this is what it's starting from. And then we will say return also this is an issue here, because what we've done, we've found out the reverse, but the way we did it that was a mistake on my part. The way we did it, we did find out the return, but then we transform x to 0. So what we want to say is we want to say let copy equals x, right? So we're making a copy of x, and instead of using x here, we could still use x, but instead of using x here, we can use copy, right? And copy will go down to 0 instead of x. Instead of losing the value of x, we just lose the value of copy, which we don't need, right? So now we say return x equals reverse, right? So basically what, well, not that, because that is just give to x the value of reverse. We want to say return x is equal is equal to reverse. So basically it's checking if x is equal to reverse, and it basically evaluates this expression. If x is equal to reverse, then it will return true. If x is not equal to reverse, then it will return false. And remember, we're already returning false if the number is negative. So if the number is negative, then if the number is negative here, it will already return false, and it will not do any of these things here. Only if the number is not negative, it will do all these things, and it will check, and then here it will basically return this expression, which evaluates to true if it's a palindrome, and to false if it's not a palindrome. So let's try this out. Okay, what's the problem here? Cannot access copy before initialization. Oh, now we can just say here, instead of copy, we can just say X, right? Okay, let me zoom in here. All copy is different than 0. I think I'm getting an infinite loop, so I will have to check why. Oh, here I have to also say copy, right? I forgot to change it somewhere. So let me clear this and check, and it says what? It says false. Why? Okay, so let's just make a console log of X. Oh, no, it is false. I was under the impression that I was under the impression that I put 121 there. If I put one, so 122 is not a palindrome, so it returns false. If I put 121, then that's true. Minus 121, of course, you will just check this and it will return false immediately. Okay, so let's copy this. Run code. Okay. Run code. It says accepted. Okay, this works, yeah. So yeah, this is, I mean, it's pretty easy. It would probably have been easier transforming it into a string, but it's quite a nice solution. And yeah, if you have any question about this one, please leave me a comment. I respond to all of the comments I get. So I'll see you in the comment section if you have any problems, or if you want to ask me to maybe solve a challenge or anything else. Now, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give a like and subscribe. It does help me to grow this channel. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I'll be really grateful for that. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.